Well, it is a nervous time, but these are positive nerves. The prospects are so great, the potential, be it financial or reputational, is huge, because success in this competition brings so much. And the supporters are here to take it in for themselves and to drive the team on. Truly, this is crunch time. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. And as you can see, we've already started here. He's got away. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Foot in. It's a throw-in. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, this guy, Romagnoli, even when a teenager, he was touted as a player well mature beyond his years, and it's hard to disagree seeing how he's evolved into such a fine leader, and not just in that back line, but a leader of the whole team.
Yeah, he'll certainly be... Shot, surely! A real chance and a real let-off.
I can't quite believe he's missed that, Peter.
Romagnoli. Gets to show off his quick feet. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Marosic. There's the crossfield ball. Zaccagni. And Rovella. Nicely weighted ball. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Tavares is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Tries from distance. Pirlo is always scanning the pitch for targets. It's an inviting looking ball, that. Another chance from a corner. Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. It's loose now and they want to get it back. And he's there to clear it. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. And it's Sneijder. It's loose, has another goal! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead! Simplicity itself.
Well, I'm giving him full marks for the way he exploited the space, Peter, but you really shouldn't be left unmarked in the middle like that. I don't think he could believe his luck.
Milan have their opener. It is a goal of real significance.
Well, the roof's just about stayed on, but the crowd level has gone up a notch or 10.
Cataldi. Looking for the run. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Changes him with that pass. Marosic. Oh, good read.
That was well played. Well stopped.
And if you have just joined us, still... And Martinez! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Nicely aimed pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Now it's Dia. Baresi. Ambitious ball here. Mario Gila spots it and intercepts. Zaccagni. Nuno Tavares. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now what about this cross? Great vision. Oh, that's a vigorous challenge. That's an untidy challenge. Free kick given. The referee's come over. It's a red card. Lazio are down to 10 men. Milan are 1 up and looking surprisingly comfortable. Oh, it's come loose. Gattuso is one of those players who's known, tries from a long way out. He's having a hit! And that will sail harmlessly past.
Well, at least he's not short on confidence. Trying from that sort of distance, why not?
Marosic. Not the most accurate pass. Pirlo. That's an imaginative pass. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Gattuso.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
And it's Pirlo. Gattuso. He's had it taken off him. And we've reached half-time. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff. What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Milan deserve to be ahead and probably should be in front by more considering the amount of chances they've managed. Everything points to more of the same second half and a good solid win.
Milan are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good. So we're just settling back into this second half. A solitary goal, that has been the crucial difference. Pirlo. Odo. Schneider can see things others simply cannot. A probing pass. And that should get the job done. Tavares gets good distance on it. Can he get it through? Shapes to shoot! It's in! And this is getting better and better. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Numero 13.
Milan are doing very nicely, thank you.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Mateus. Costa Curta. And it's Gattuso. And it's Schneider. Now it's come to nothing. And he's decided to go for it. Comfortable claim for the keeper.
Well, the defence are in a good position to get behind the ball and let them just try from range.
Schneider, nice looking ball. Martinez. And it's gone all the way through to the keeper. Aimed beyond the defence. Martinez. No, again. Tries a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into...
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
Signore e signori, vi invitiamo a bere in modo responsabile. Chiunque si renda protagonista di comportamenti inappropriati sarà immediatamente allontanato.
So it is that time again. Every team looks to write its own special script. Moments like this are to be savoured. Hopes are high. A good start. That is what they all want. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, Nicolo Barella is by all accounts a jack of all trades, and I think that's a very good way of describing how this player operates, because he's growing into one of Italy's most important midfielders, and he always has a say in what's going on, and he looks like captain material for the future. I think this guy has a lovely presence about him.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Now it's Barella. Çalhanoğlu. It's a throw-in. Gattuso. And Bastoni. And it's Snyder. Now it's Shevchenko! Oh, that was a half-decent effort. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Rafael Leao. Oh, red. Nice interception. Odo. Gattuso, tidy with his distribution. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Driving forward. No goals as yet. It's a good run down the right. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Ambitious ball here. Çalhanoğlu. It's Ibrahimovic! He's fizzed it forward.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
And he's intervened well there. Çalhanoğlu.
Milan really are trying to go early and direct here, Peter. There's definitely a conscious effort to almost bypass midfield and get someone in quickly.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
And the long ball is ridiculed somewhat, but long passing will always have a respect.
Chance for a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
He'll be annoyed with himself after that. Nothing wrong with his anticipation or his positioning.
And he's forced to go back. Serginho. Milan finding their passes.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicely aimed pass. Cannavaro spots it and intercepts. Some really good ball movement. Ibrahimovic! Oh, it's hit the post! Cleared without complication. Schneider. Gattuso. A probing pass. Akanji kept his eye on it, and he's there. Nicely weighted ball. Not the most accurate pass. Çalhanoğlu is herring after that one. Massaro. Schneider. Look at... Goes for a shot! Goal! Milan! And Milan have the lead. And the trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Decent chance! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Massaro really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Ibrahimovic. The only breakthrough then came late in the first half here, and that is the difference. And the score is 1-0. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That's a shade optimistic. Now he's off and running. And reclaimed it in a trice. Now it's Shevchenko. And the first 45 minutes are up. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Milan really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
Milan have made the crucial breakthrough, and they're looking pretty satisfied at the break. And the game has already resumed here.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more. I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
It's a pretty loose pass. Pull it. Barella. Passing is crisp and sharp. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. That is good alertness.
Milan have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat.
It's Snyder! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
He did well there, held his run enough to ensure he didn't stray offside.
Played into space. Might be danger here. Barella. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Cannavaro gets a foot in here. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Oh, there's a probing ball. Shevchenko! And that was probably asking just too much. That pass isn't the best. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Milan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
And it's Çalhanoğlu. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And he skips past his man.
Milan really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now it's Barella. Pull it. This is promising. Oh, good take in a good area. Played in. Defending of the desperate variety. Takes the shot! Serginho wins the duel this time. He's a sharp little ball here. And he's only too happy to take that back. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, I'm inclined to feel that if I was in that dugout, I'd want the players to get on the front foot and grab another. Just try to...
And Shevchenko! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Mateus. Nakata. That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, you would hope for some movement off the bench, Peter, knowing you get an extra sub in extra time.
Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And it's Schneider. That is a brilliant interception.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Oh, we expected better, and so did he. Massaro. Mateus. Massaro! Oh, that's a foul, and the whistle's gone. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Cambio di giocatori.
Great chance here from position A1. This the perfect chance to extend the advantage. Hello! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Serves up across. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Milan still ahead by the game's only goal. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Just 5 minutes left. Delicate ball, and it needs to be. Gattuso has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. And it's Dybala.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Milan clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Indica 2 minuti di recupero.
Milan clearly now in lead preservation mode.
I don't think they can assume that.
And there goes the final whistle. Perfect result, perfect outcome. A test passed with flying colours. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, it's pretty clear that there was a solid game plan in place for what was a very high-pressure game. I think it shows great maturity on the part of the players, and it was, for me, well-deserved and well-earned.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. So, Jim, this is a relatively unfamiliar formation, but who are the key players within it?
Yeah, I'd say the advanced midfielders, Peter. They're going to have to do all the jobs of, say, a number 8 and a number 10, and an auxiliary striker, if you like. They have to do a lot of the pressing, carrying the ball forward, as well as making sure that the lone man up front doesn't get isolated. Effectively, they're the space invaders in the team.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain... Tries a shot! Irwin gets rid without sophistication. He was under real pressure there. Whistle's gone, that's a foul. What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. And we have the first dead ball situation of the game, promising one. And that's a goal kick. Now it's Schneider. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Shapes to shoot! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Mbappe deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Now, can they get him away? Now it's Okazaki.
Oh, really well played.
Oh, the ball's run loose here. Well, Jim, the name Albert Ferrer is certainly familiar to English football fans of a certain vintage.
Yeah, and he's remembered with a great deal of affection as a pacey and tough tackling defender who always gave his all.
And was a bit of a character.
He was. Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Now it's Xavi. That's good vision. Mbappe. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Caught offside that time. That is ended up in no man's land. Played out to the left flank.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
And he shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
Vietnam with the corner, they're first. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Oh, that's well spotted. Dybala. Out to the right. And that was nowhere near his best. Schneider. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
And this is Dybala. Dybala was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Best, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Baresi. And it's Xavi.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
Knocks it out wide, back into the middle. That's really well manoeuvred. That is good alertness. Now it's Seedorf.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Xavi! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
I think he did really well to get the shot away, to be honest, given how much pressure he was under at the time.
Oh, well played, well sorted out. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Crosses it in. That is a brilliant interception. Half-time rapidly approaching, and it's still goalless. Distributed tidily. He's a sharp little ball here. And here's Dybala. Opts for safety. Now it's Dybala.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Xavi. And it's Schneider. Seedorf. Dybala. Well, that pass isn't the best. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again.
There will be 1 minute added time.
That has been cut short. Turns back here, probably the best option. And that'll be the last act of the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Substitution on the field, number 14, Okazaki.
That gets things going for the second half.
Number 9,
So neither side has yet broken through. And here's Cruyff. Nice interception, well timed. Best can so cleverly bypass the press. Driving forward. Good ball, good take. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Spread out to the left. Rafinha shifted it to the flank. Odo. Schneider. Now it's Xavi.
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Vietnam were a team looking for an outlet, and it seems, Jim, as though they've found one.
Yeah, and if that allows them to get people running at and even going beyond that defence, then you can start asking more questions.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Camavinga, spread it left. Threads one in, looking to play him in. Camavinga! Sensational from Camavinga! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! The breakthrough arrives at last!
Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Vietnam have fired themselves in front.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc., they can still turn this round, I think.
Looking for options for movement. You can run onto that. Oh, that's fabulous. Chance for a shot! He scores! And this is getting better and better. Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
Coming on to replace him is
Vietnam are doing very nicely, thank you.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Chance, surely! It's there!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Tries to pass it through.
Unless they can devise a quick counter-attacking plan, they're going to need to see much more of this ball.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Knocks it into space. Now it's Rafinha. He's picked his way through. And he's there to belt it away. Played into the middle. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. He's on it. Can he get a best? Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Schneider.
This is the time you need that pace.
Chiellini. Pass somewhat off target.
Vietnam surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And a chance! It's run loose. That's another chance. Tries to get it clear. Rafinha. Here's Dybala. And that is a little undercooked. And it's Schneider. Seedorf. Shot. Big chance! Off the post. It's a goal kick.
substitution on the field. Number 21.
There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Eduardo Camavinga. Coming on the field, number 18.
Rafinha.
Sule.
Rafinha powering forward here.
Edson Alvarez.
Barcelona are looking desperate here, short on time and options.
At least they're going about it as they should, having brought this on themselves.
Rafinha.
Substitution in progress.
Oh, what a mistake!
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Xavi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Howson. It's a pretty loose pass. Soulé.
That's positional goal, the utilisation of space.
Goes for a shot! Oh, what to be quick to recover this. Seedorf. Oh, Red, nice interception. There will be 4 extra minutes. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Araujo. He's found the way through. Played in with... There's the shot! It's bounced back off the post. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that was intense. An enjoyable contest that either could easily have won. Ultimately decided by just the odd goal. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Barcelona are looking a touch fragile, Peter. Confidence look well down, and they have to find some courage quickly now if they're to react.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
He's going for goal!
We'll simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
He's had it taken off him.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Unai Simon gets his hands on it and the danger is averted. Looking for a runner.
Now there's a player with a silky pass and a steely tackle.
Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, a midfielder renowned for his tremendous array of passes while off.
And the shot! Goal! Inter! And Inter go in front. Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. No, he wasn't going to let him past. Seedorf conjures time and space where few can.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
He's had a shot! Shevchenko, well read, and the danger is averted. Azar. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Mbappe. He's through and all along, shapes to shoot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
Mbappe certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Inter Milan with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Now this chance! It's loose and it's come back out to him. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. That's a cute ball. Harrison does really well to win the ball there. Van Nistelrooy is firing after that one.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Van Nistelrooy. Van Nistelrooy unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Inter Milan are looking to break at pace. And it's Bellingham. And he's had a hit! Rodri. Cross in. "30 minutes gone. Now it's Shevchenko. Rodri. Now he's got space here. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. And this is Shevchenko. Hazard, who does have an assist to his name. And that has put paid to that. Inter Milan trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Searching pass he's played there.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
He's through, now is he in? Koku. And it's Bergkamp. Zanetti. Pass just lacking in accuracy. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Stood up well to him there. Iniesta. Shevchenko. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And he's gone looking for safety. And the first 45 minutes are up. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, for me, Peter, things have never really got going, but at least this will be a good time to reflect and regroup. I can see a few changes coming, because whatever they've been doing, it just hasn't gelled.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing. Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
He's found a way through. Seedorf. And now the breakaway. He's shifting through the gears here. Shot, surely! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Oh, no question, that's a foul. It's just beyond his reach. Ambitious ball here. Can he latch onto this? He has found a way through. Very nicely done. This looks promising. That was a good run. The defence looked beaten there. That's been cut out, well played. Zanetti looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Iniesta tries making a foray down the right. A noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
And no, that was never going to make it. Your impression so far, Jim?
Barcelona are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Azar. That's an imaginative pass. Defending was strong and firm. And it's Azar. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
That's good pressing, squeezing the play. Hazard. The pressing's intense and it's paid off.
Attenzione, una sostituzione.
He's having a good look here. Looking to widen the gap even further here. Alonso! That was travelling. And this is Van Nistelrooy. Mbappe. Seedorf. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Schneider. Hakimi gets good distance on it.
Barcelona really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
And Seedorf! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Seedorf clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Up he goes! And that's caused a worry or two.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Great defending, strong and determined. Barcelona will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Defending of the desperate variety. That's a decent clearance.
Barcelona really are showing all the necessary urgency, but its potency...
Chance for a shot! Sticks it away! Two ahead, late in the day, game over surely. One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
No, not quite on the same wavelength. Tries to play it through. That's beautifully weighted. And that's put paid to a promising move. Now there, Van Nistelrooy! Oh, he's brought him down, and it is a penalty. Barcelona present their opponents with the best possible chance here to further improve their position of comfort. Not much more than a formality.
Played a game of double bluff here, I think.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 9.
So here comes a substitution. A case now of complete control. Mateus. Otto. And this is Schneider. He's having a shot! Oh, how good is he? Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here? There won't be another chance after this one. And he shoots! They've scored! Drama at Is there time for one more twist? You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Sostituzione per l'Inter. Numero 6, Xabi Alonso.
There's going to be another change
Numero
here.
19,
Barcelona give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
lasciano il campo per
Well, the
il
mindset
numero
has changed.
41,
Now they need
il
to
numero
find all
20,
the courage they
il
can
numero
get.
22.
Messi going full steam ahead down the left flank. Aimed in towards the centre. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. And there goes the final whistle. Barcelona perhaps feeling a little aggrieved with this final score. They clearly feel that their efforts warranted something more. Your reflections then, Jim?
Barcelona absolutely shocking here. Shockingly porous down the middle, which was painfully exploited, and that's left plenty for the manager to think about. A painful reminder of where standards really need to be.
Well, thanks to Jim alongside me, and as the fans make their way home, so must we. Good evening to you. Oh, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, can I bring Ousmane Dembele to your attention? He's been described as a phenomenon and one of the very best. That's high praise indeed, and we've seen some great flashes, but he still has a long way to go to fulfill.
Shevchenko, chance for a shot! Goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
And he cuts out the supply.
Nice looking ball. He's looking wide. Donadoni. Distributed tidily. Mbappe. Decent chance! Could be danger here. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. And the score is 1-0. Rijkaard has given away a free kick. Rodri. Now it's Batistuta. Great vision. Now it's Mbappe. Donadoni. Oh, nice touch. Rijkaard. Tries to play it. Big chance! No mistake! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And that is expertly dealt with. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Donadoni. That's a delicate pass. Goulet.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card. It's just beyond his reach. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Plays a sharp little ball here. Atalanta applying the press here, a high press.
Yeah, we see this so often these days, but it does demand an awful lot of work rate and, of course, the discipline, because it has to be with everyone. It can't be with one or two. If that starts happening here, it'll just fall away.
Yeah, and there are so much of them, but of course the returns can be terrific. Can he get on the end of this? Looking to play him in.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Probing pass. It's a pretty loose pass. Iniesta conjures time and space where few can. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Now it's Iniesta. Iniesta cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
Now it's Dembele. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
Caught offside that time. Rijkaard is always scanning the pitch for targets. Looking for the run. Ball driven towards the far post. That's really well manoeuvred. Threads one in. And he's managed to get free. Tries to pass. Can he finish? Goal! Atalanta! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Atalanta are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Atalanta go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And the counter is on. He has found the way through.
Oh, really well played.
Dembele tries a shot! A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. So we reach the halfway point.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Now it's Mbappe. That's going to go a long way. And reclaimed it in a trice. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he's found support out wide. It's a promising position. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. That's a shade optimistic. Not the most convincing of passes. Iniesta. Cocu. And it's Iniesta. Now it's Neymar. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. Quickly taken. And here's Shevchenko. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Iniesta. Barcelona needing a change of fortune here. Oh, nicely intercepted. Rodri. Cocu. Aimed beyond the defence. Neymar. Xavi Alonso. Cocu. 60 minutes played. Rodri showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Well, the referee's pulled play back and has booked him for the original offence.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 15. El dorsal 7.
Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here.
El dorsal 8. El dorsal 24.
Atalanta are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Rodri. Rui Costa. Iniesta. Tries to thread one through. Saliba kept his eye on it, and he's there.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Saliba. That's Beckham. Rijkaard. Howson. Atalanta finding their passes. Now Saliba. And no, that was never going to make it. Bale, a player who needs no introduction. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Rodri. Howson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And he's picked it up out wide.
Atalanta surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Shevchenko is onto it in a flash. Played out to the left flank. And it's Iniesta. Rodri. Not the most accurate pass. And here's Bale. Zanetti gets rid without sophistication. Beckham. And he's intervened well there. Iniesta. Iniesta going face-to-face with his great rival. Played with finesse. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 22.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur.
Odo. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 10. Sneijder.
Rodri goes steaming forward. Barcelona will have one further opportunity to make a substitution after this, their latest change. Barcelona must do something here, and very quickly.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Out towards the flank. Knocks it into space. And the shot! It's run loose. Who's going to get there?
Atalanta really wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't to be. Still, they should be able to see it out from here.
Now it's Bale.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
And here's Shevchenko. And it's Koku. And that is as far as it goes. Barcelona did lead. Indeed, they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Barcelona definitely struggled to get going. That was sensed by their support early on, and it just compounded the frustration.
Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Beglin alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Manchester United.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running.
Well, Peter, if you're looking for a top-class left-back, look no further than this guy.
Seriously rapid Serginho. What can we expect from him?
Well, he's like the full-back, wing-back and winger fused into one. There's a lot of people who can learn a thing or two about the way he moves about the pitch.
Yeah, particularly the way he picks up those positions to gather goals and offer assists.
Great ball. Great chance! Lampard threads one in. That is a great pick out. And that is as far as they're going to go. De Bruyne. Mbappe. Now it's Rafael Leao. That's a little off target.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Mateus. Good take, and is he in?
Bebeto.
Van Dijk kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking for the run. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Shot could be on. Tries a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's De Bruyne. De Bruyne really struggling to influence the game.
They're just trying to negate his influence, and it looks like whatever it takes.
And De Bruyne! Another save.
De Bruyne really can't believe it. Foiled by the keeper again.
Manchester United with the corner. They're first. Good ball, good take. That has been knocked clear. Takes a shot! It's anyone's ball now. And now they can spring out of defence. Rodri. And here's Cruyff. Paris Saint-Germain still without a single shot on target. Now it's Mbappe. That has not gone well. And here's Mbappe. Lampard has an approach to the game which is pretty much shoot on sight.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Manchester United trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try...
Decent chance! Goal! Manchester United! You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
So the first moment of real significance.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Now it's Mbappe. De Bruyne. Time and again they are repelled. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's in a great position here.
Oh, really well played.
Cruyff. Shoots! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Now it's Luis Suarez. De Bruyne. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Lampard. And it's Cruyff. Now it's Luis Suarez. There were better options before the ball was lost. Easy to say from up here, I know. Rodri. Paris Saint-Germain looking to pass their way through. All eyes on the referee. It's a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game. Paris Saint-Germain with this to level it up. A formality. We're level. Not a twitch, not a blink.
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to distract him.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's had it nicked away.
Temps additionnel, 1 minute.
De Bruyne. Now it's Mbappe. And that is masterful defending. Rodri. And the half-time whistle goes. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1.
Un petit garçon nommé Jonathan et qui porte une casquette bleue attend ses parents au secrétariat du club. Jonathan, casquette bleue.
Manchester United kick off the second half. Serginho is always looking to play quality balls. Rafael Leao will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Tries to pass it through. Mateus. De Bruyne. And it's Serginho. Baresi makes the interception. Lampard. Rodri. Probing pass. Can he finish? It's there!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Paris Saint-Germain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation.
Oh, shooting chance! They've done it! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. There was to be only one outcome.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Changement en cours.
Manchester United can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, I think he's been told to play that role of the tactical pivot, spraying the ball about sometimes, driving it forward from the middle of the park.
Paris Saint-Germain take a 2-goal lead and are looking good. Mateus! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Mateus really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. Baresi is there and he can get that clear. Paris Saint-Germain have the chance to go the other way. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, super ball! Shot a goal! Irwin gets it away. And he comes up trumps again. So, third corner of the game.
Changement.
And that's not going to trouble anybody. And it's Serginho. And they've got rid. Irwin. And here's Raul. He's gone for goal!
He did so well to create the room to get the shot away. Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Rosicki. Lampard. Irwin is, of course, well known for his dancing feet. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Serginho does well to get it back. Mateus. Closing in on goal. Chance for a shot! A potential goal of the season contender, if only.
And you can see how the direct approach can work really well. Get yourself on the ball and give it a try.
Cleared away. And it's Rijkaard. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to go forward now. He's having a shot! Raul. Now it's Haaland. Looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
This certainly looks appetising. Well, Mateus! Stood up well to him there. He's going for goal! And that's a real chance missed.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Pour le remplacer, le numéro 20.
Oh, he's been caught on it here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Van Dijk wins the duel this time.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Last chance, perhaps. And here's Rosicki. Bebeto. Baresi. And it's Rosicki. Oh, that's a key interception. Koku. And he has been fouled there. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Changement pour le Paris Saint-Germain. Le numéro 16. À sa place, le numéro 22. Iniesta.
Irwin. Just eases him off the ball. Lovely pass, but can he get there? He's got away. Look at the space here. Rosicki. Well, this is surely their last chance. He's had a shot! That's another chance! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different. Haaland. Mateus. Goes for goal! Decent hit and on target. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality and cool temperament are all part of a first-class package.
It's everything you want. Bout of passing here, it's Inzaghi! And that was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, typically for him, that was the furthest thing from easy, but it still didn't stop him having a go.
Lewandowski, Maldini does well to get it back. Park Ji-sung. Maldini did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Roberto Carlos. And it's Cannavaro. Rijkaard. Madrid finding their passes. Lampard.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Koku. He's a sharp little ball here. Pass somewhat off target. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
And that was nowhere near his best. Paris Saint-Germain couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. Donatoni. Strokes it back. Passing nice and neat. Inzaghi! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Paris Saint-Germain so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Van de Ven. Madrid look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
Donatoni goes steaming forward. Donatoni. Oh, that's wonderful alertness. That has not gone well. Park Ji-sung is one whose deliveries we all know about. Donatoni. 30 minutes gone. Koku going full tilt down the left. Cannavaro cuts out the pass. Koundé. Van de Ven. And Donatoni. And here's Owen. Bebeto. Oh, delightful ball. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Owen turns back here, probably the best option. Can he get on the end of this? He's in space and looking for options. That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. Madrid with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Park Ji-sung going face-to-face with his great rival.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
He intercepts the throw, that's well read. Short changes him with that pass. And it's Rijkaard. Good, it's Insani!
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
And he was alert to it. Bebeto. Now it's Owen. Chance for a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Has a look and plays it forward. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going to...
Up he goes! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Driving on and making good progress. Maldini. Lewandowski demonstrating his defensive quality there. Maldini. Baresi is very much of the none-shall-pass school of defending. Owen. Park Ji-sung. That ball looks a good one. It's a promising position. Cross is blocked, and that's a corner. It's their second corner of the game. Goes for a shot! It's in!
Well, it's hardly a great surprise to see him doing something thrilling, and it should send a strength and courage through every one of his teammates from here.
An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
That's an imaginative pass. Van de Ven. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Park Ji-sung. Could move up a gear here. Well timed, excellent interception. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
Rodri. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards he's going for goal? Oh, nearly. And it's Shevchenko. Donatoni, nicely aimed pass. Back into the middle. That is good alertness. And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Donatoni. Rijkaard. Park Ji-sung knocks it out wide. Now that looks a decent ball. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Koundé is sporting a guilty look after that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Irwin. And it's Lampard. Picked out brilliantly. Can he finish?
Paris Saint-Germain really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Now it's Shevchenko. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Takes a shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Shoots! Well, that pass isn't the best. Donatoni. Rodri does really well to win the ball there. Foot in. That has ended up in no man's land. That is a great pick out. Van der Ven gets over and intercepts. Koundé. It's not an especially good pass, that. It's Park Ji-sung. Rijkaard. Out towards the flank. Played in by Roberto Carlos. Abiati deals with that nice and simple.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Habrá un minuto de descuento.
Here's the return pass. And it's Lewandowski. Now it's Donatoni. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So in the end, one goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides produced a genuine effort to go on and win it, but neither was able to add to the scoreline in the end. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Well, there's no shortage of effort and commitment from them. They were just undone by that second-half goal.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.